supreme, and after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. Sitting beneath Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. And the Golden Bears ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Motion from the back. Got the quick completion. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Using his legs, it's 4. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Hits inside, it's 4. And he put the brakes on it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. In the backfield, it's Hall. Made a defender miss. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Cardinal at the line with the first down. Let's see if they go back to the air. Run in the red zone. It's 4. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets it to the back. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So the Cal Golden Bears offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And now we put the focus on Ian Strong. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys in the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Biletnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position of receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. From the gun on 3rd down, Sangapolitelli. Turns it upfield. Powers through. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Throwing Sangapolitelli. Here comes the heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford. And you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, Dave, and something you'll hold on to.
And I think
they got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. So the score remains 3-0. Stanford's offense heads out hoping to move the ball on this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Running inside. It's Ford. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. Run ends there.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Hall. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Making the adjustment. Snaps on 4th down. Reels it in. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Quickly to the tight end. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's Ford. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Needs it. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Good contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Quick give. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sangapolitelli looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams, Stanford and Cal. It comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the...
Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Motion from the wide receiver. JKS fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Hendricks. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Golden Bears peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Keep it on the ground.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Handoff from the gun. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Hold it, finds his man on the left. At the 35, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You know, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. Did you see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Oh, my, he just shanked that one. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster punt, and he's got room. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Jaron Chiave Songopolitelli. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
First play of this drive. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That one comes out hot down the right side.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Sangapolitelli, play action. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Taken down. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Throwing Sangapolitelli. Lets it fly. He's got it. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and goal. Gives it. Touchdown, Cal! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time. And
touchdown, Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Right side, it's Hall. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Left side is Shaw. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. He's changing the play. Drops back on 1st down. Turns it loose. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. 1 more snap coming before halftime. He's got it. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Number 9, set to kick off.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
There he goes! He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. Sangopolitelli. Out wide left, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Churns into the pile. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Turns up, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out wide right, it's Ford. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Hold and finds his man on the left.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got a little space. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. With the catch, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Right side, it's Hendricks. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting, and if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Straight ahead, it's Ford. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
That's a really nice play on second down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
Third and short now from their own 48. On the run, it's Ford. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, it's Ford. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. As we wind our way toward the end of this one, gives us a minute to check out the Week 12 scoreboard and the top 12 teams in the country and how things are going there. And he got it! the fourth.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the fourth quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stops. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Golden Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible.
Just plowing ahead. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's strong. Shakes off the defender. Makes the tackle. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
That's a huge score for this offense. And as a head coach, you love to see your team respond. Obviously, your defense gives up a field goal on the last possession to tie the game. Offense doesn't even flinch. You come out on the field, you execute, you march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you punctuate that drive, retaking the lead and putting all the pressure back on your opponent.
The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Throws it deep. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The run inside. It's Ford. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Stanford to the line on third and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Finds a crease at the 20. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the fourth quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
With the run on first and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cardinal! The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They go play action with Sangapolitelli. Fires to the right. The sure hands, it's Hendricks. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Working the ground game. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. JKS. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
Sangapolitelli from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Making his first move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
2nd down coming up. Hits inside. It's Ford. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game, this is a huge play. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Neutral zone defense.
Defense way overeager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. A pickup of 8 on the play, enough to move the sticks and set them up with a first down after the 2-minute timeout. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside. It's Ford. Driven back.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They give it to him again. He's dropped. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Out wide right, it's Hall. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Cal uses its second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. The Cardinal at the line with the first down. Let's see if they go back to the air. From the red zone, it's Ford. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Cal will use its final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Burrowing for yardage. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. After the game, it is Stanford who will hold on to the axe and guard it securely on the farm until these two meet again next year. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.